Luna, the Wolf, and the Snowy Mountain Mystery. A soft, soothing bedtime story with a magical climax. Shh! Are you snuggled under your blanket? Good. Close your eyes. Let's drift together into the snowy mountains where the wind whispers, the snow sparkles, and love never gets lost. In the heart of the ancient whispering forest, where the tall pine trees stretch towards the clouds and soft snowflakes fall like silver feathers, lived a gentle mother wolf named Luna. Her fur was as soft as winter clouds, her eyes as bright as the moon glowing over snowy hills. Luna lived with her little wolf pup, Koa, in a den hidden between the snowy rocks. Koa was playful, always tumbling through the snow, his small paws dancing, his golden eyes full of curiosity. But this winter, the snow had fallen heavier than ever before. The ground was thick with ice, the trees bowed low, heavy with snow, and the forest had fallen quiet. The deer had wandered far away. The streams had frozen into glassy ribbons. The howling wind swept through the forest, carrying stories of distant mountains and ancient creatures. Luna knew she had to find food. She had to be brave for little Koa. That morning, the sky was gray, the clouds heavy with snow, and the icy wind whispered warnings. Luna gently nuzzled Koa. "Stay hidden, my little moonbeam. Mama will be back before the sun sets." Koa's ears drooped, but he nodded bravely. "I'll stay, Mama." Luna turned, stepping out into the white, snowy world. Her paws crunched softly as she climbed higher into the frozen mountains, searching for food. But far behind her, Koa's curiosity burned brighter than the snowstorm. The snowflakes fell thicker, the sky darker, and Koa followed his mother's scent, his tiny paws leaving faint tracks in the snow. The blizzard swept over the mountains, swirling wild and cold. It covered the world in white silence, erasing trails, hiding familiar paths. When Luna returned, hours later, the den was empty. Her heart stopped. "Koa," she called, but only the wind answered. She searched the snowdrifts, her paws trembling, her nose trying to find his scent, but the storm had wiped everything away. Panic wrapped around her like the freezing wind. She howled into the snow, her voice carried far across the peaks. And then, from deep within the blizzard, a low, steady voice rumbled, "You'll lose yourself, little wolf, if you wander blind." Luna's ears perked up. She turned, her breath misting in the cold air, and there, through the swirling snow, appeared a massive polar bear, his white fur blending perfectly with the icy world. His eyes were calm, dark, ancient, like the mountains themselves. "I lost my son," Luna whispered, her voice breaking. "The snow took him." The polar bear's gaze softened. "The mountains are fierce, but they speak if you listen. I will help you. Come." Luna hesitated, but the kindness in his voice, the strength in his footsteps, it melted her fear. Together, they climbed the frozen ridges. The polar bear's giant paws carved a steady path through the deep snow, while Luna's sharp eyes searched every drift, every hollow. The storm howled around them. The snow felt thick as wool, but the polar bear, who called himself Boreas, led her higher into the heart of the snowy peaks. Hours passed. The world was blank and white until Boreas suddenly stopped. "Look," he whispered. Luna's eyes followed his gaze, down into a hidden valley where the snow was disturbed, tiny paw prints leading toward a frozen cave. Her heart leapt. "Koa!" Without waiting, Luna bounded down the slope, snow spraying behind her, the cold forgotten. She reached the cave, her voice trembling. "Koa, my little moonbeam, where are you?" But as she stepped inside, the cave wasn't empty. There, shivering in the shadows, was Koa, curled up, but he wasn't alone. A pack of silver-furred mountain foxes surrounded him, their eyes sharp, their bodies tense. Luna's heart froze. The foxes were guardians of these mountains, territorial, fierce, known to defend their land from outsiders. Koa whimpered, pressed against the cold rock, trapped. Luna growled low, her fur bristling, but she was small, and the foxes were many. Suddenly, behind her, the snow rumbled. Boreas, the mighty polar bear, stepped into the cave, his massive form blocking the storm behind them. The foxes froze, their eyes wide. Boreas's deep voice echoed through the cave, steady like thunder. "This little one is no threat, nor his mother." The foxes exchanged wary glances. But the respect for Boreas, the ancient guardian of the northern peaks, was etched in every snowy creature's heart. Slowly, the foxes stepped back, disappearing into the snowy shadows. Luna rushed to Koa, nuzzling him close, wrapping her warm fur around his trembling body. "Mama," Koa whispered, burying his face into her chest. "I got lost. I wanted to be brave." Luna's eyes filled with tears, soft and shining. Oh, my brave boy, you are safe now. Boreas watched silently, his dark eyes glowing softly in the snowy light. When the storm calmed, the three of them stepped out of the cave. The mountains glistened beneath the pale moon. The blizzard had passed, the world peaceful once more. As they walked down the mountain, Boreas's deep voice broke the quiet. The snow hides many dangers, but also hidden friends. Luna looked up, gratitude warming her heart. You saved us. The polar bear nodded, his breath misting in the cold air. When the snow roars again, call my name, Boreas will hear. At the foot of the mountain, their den waited, tucked safely beneath the rocks, untouched by the storm. Koa curled beside his mother, warm and safe. Luna lifted her eyes to the snowy peaks, where Boreas's mighty form faded into the white mist, like a legend walking among the clouds. And from that day on, whenever the snow whispered through the forest, Luna would tell Koa stories of Boreas, the polar bear who guarded the mountains, and remind him, no matter how lost you feel, love will always find you, even in the wildest storm. Now close your eyes, feel the soft snowflakes drifting down, the gentle hush of the forest, and drift into peaceful dreams. Would you like this turned into 10 illustrated story scenes next? Just say the word.